Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. My name's Damien, and welcome back to Blue Collar. Today, we're going to be working on a 2000-something Ford Expedition behind me. We have some issue with it either being locked up or, it could be a slew of stuff. I'm not really sure. We're going to get in here with this episode today and just see what we can find out. The backstory with this vehicle is my grandparents were trying to get into town, and it winded up dying on them. They couldn't make it home. I had to go pick them up, bring them back home, and the following day, I had to go out there and do a little diagnosis on it, try to get it running again. I actually wound up getting it back up in working order, but I missed a very important aspect here. So let me go into a little story of this. It wouldn't start. It wound up being a relay. I think it was the 203 relay. That was a starter, ECM, something around those lines for this Ford Expedition. And I fixed that. It was actually burnt up, and once I fixed it, it started and ran fine. But what I didn't realize at the time was it was out of water. At least that's what I'm thinking, because I looked at it when it broke down the second time and there was no water in it. So either between when I worked on it and when it broke down, it just lost all of its water, or I just simply didn't see it. I'm not really sure, but I think the motor locked up. Now, we need to get in here and look at some things to really, go through the checklist to make sure that's the case before we just kind of mark it off as the motor's locked up. So what I'm going to start off doing today is we're going to open this hood here, and we're going to see if maybe it's the starter. I'm not sure. That's what I'm going to take off first. We've already done some other stuff. I'm kind of pretty positive that it's a motor, but like I said, I want to get in there and look at everything. The more you know, the better off you're going to be. Okay, so we're going to figure out hopefully what happened to this thing and then go from there. So without any further crap, I'm going to open this hood up. We're going to figure out where that starter is, take that bad boy out, make sure it's not locked up. Okay, let's prop this thing up however it's supposed to. Yeah, perfect. There's a Ford emblem right here. You see that? I'm gonna bring you guys in here. I just needed two hands for the, I'm gonna bring you guys in here. We're gonna do a quick look over, show you guys what I've done, talk about it a little bit, and then we'll figure out where the starter is. Okay? Sure. Okay, you might ask, well, Damien, here's the serpentine belt right here, and what's this stuff? Well, like I said, or maybe I didn't, I don't know. We've already touched this with our hands before, okay? And that's how you know that we've touched it with our hands. We've taken all this crap off before and been back under here and taken more crap off. Well, technically, it's up under there. Sorry. I don't know what I was looking at under here. Regardless, we've taken the serpentine belt off, we've taken brackets off. We had the airbox and everything off before. We were trying to turn this pulley down there with our hands, make sure the alternator wasn't locked up. It was not. Make sure power steering and other stuff isn't locked up. But this is the problem that I'm seeing here. Now, this has nothing to do with the starter, but when I looked in here before, there was not a single drop of water in there. And when I touched the radiator hose right there and squeezed it, only thing I got back out of that was air. So not really sure what to make of that. Now this video is just going to be strictly about a starter, so I need to stop really diving into everything else because I don't know how far we're going to go because it's not my vehicle. But the starter should be on the opposite side. I'm just going to look around in here because you never know where these freaking things are. Every person that does this is different. And this car is 14 foot tall now. Don't mind my expert, ramp stuff we got going on here. Don't mind that. Anyways, starter should be over here. I'm just looking for it. Not really seeing it, to be honest with you. Probably tucked up underneath some crap back there, but we shall find it. Just wanted to show you guys what I found out with the water up there and what we've done. Leave the hood open just in case we need to get to anything up here. I'm gonna move underneath the vehicle, get some lights in there, and look around. All right, we have found and located and seen the starter. It is right next to the passenger side tire, and it looks pretty simple. There's probably 2 or 3 bolts holding the starter on and a few with the wires right there. No big deal. I'm gonna go up there, take the positive post off the battery. No sparky sparks when I start messing with crap under here. And we're gonna get to taking this thing off. Okay, battery cable's off on the positive note. See what I did there? Anyways, starter's right down in there for another quick reference point. Whoop, right in there. You wouldn't believe it. Anyways, just want to show you guys that for the people that, you know, maybe they wanted to see up here, maybe. I don't know. Okay. First bolt being removed, hopefully. It is a half. Probably gonna differ. Oh my dear Lord, that thing's on there. Okay. After a lot of turning, this one will be out. We'll have to go find the other one, which I can't see. Actually, there's, matter of fact, if you look right there, there's another one on this side, which is kind of lame, but whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna take this off, and we'll get back when I take the other ones off. So, all right, everybody, we got the starter off. It took a little bit longer than I thought. There was one bolt way back there in the back that I had a little trouble getting to. Now, this thing has 3 bolts, just like so. The top one, see, it sits in here like so, right? The top one's pretty hard to get to. You got 2 wires here you need to take off, and another one that bolts onto one of these studs here that you got to take off. There was 13 mil most of the time. There was a I think it was an 1/8 or something like that. No, an 8 millimeter, that's what it was. 8 millimeter and maybe a 10 mil or 2 in there, and then it all came off. Now what I'm going to have to do is get some jumper cables and see if I can, first of all, ground it. See if I can get this thing to make any craziness happen. Because if it ain't doing its job, then maybe that's a part of it. But I can pull this out here and actually spin it. It's kind of hard, but you just pull it out and spin. Of course, you can spin it just like that too. But anyways, I'm gonna go see if I can get some cables. We can hook it up from the battery on the car and see if we can get it to actually turn over or nothing. Be careful now, you gotta hold on to these things or they'll just pew, out of there. So let me go find some cables. We'll get back to this. Okay, we have these cables hooked straight up to the car here, and there's 2 things you want to test. One is the actuation, like it'll push it out, and then 2, to actually spin it. And I've already done this once, so I know what's going to happen. But you ground the housing, and then you're going to come over here with your hot, and you're going to hold on to this thing now. Oh, we've lost connection. See what we got there? And then there's another sprung that does that. So it should do both, okay? Okay, I know I said I lost connection on that one. That was actually my bad. I was touching the wrong prong. So this prong here doesn't really do anything. I'm not really sure what it's for. It's supposed to do something, probably, I don't know. Sure. These 2 are the one that we're looking at here. This one is the one that's pushing it out, and this one is the one that makes it spin. Okay, so we know that both of those are doing the job because you can see it eject outward and also spin. So the starter is good. Its starter's working. Now the problem is the car's still not turning over. And I'd love to show you guys that. I'm not sure if I got the right tools. I'll have to look real quick. Let me, just 1 second. Alright everybody, I didn't want to get too crazy into this car. I honestly don't have the tools to be testing so much, like turning the harmonic balancer and everything like that. I really just wanted to get out here, take the starter off, check it out for my grandparents, and see if that was the problem. Unfortunately it is not, but I was really happy to get out here and show you guys how to take this starter off, you know, show you guys how to test it. It's the same thing to put it back in reverse. You guys understand it's not too crazy. The starter's not real hard stuff. Get out there, do something with these vehicles. I hate seeing them set. I don't care if it's got the worst problems you ever seen. All you have to do, fix, replace, and it'll work just fine. A lot of people see these vehicles and they think they got too much work, too much stuff. But a lot of these cars really, they're great cars. Every car's got a problem, you know what I mean? Anyways, it was really awesome getting out here and showing you guys all this stuff. We're probably going to see more of this stuff, this specific car. I might even have to put the starter back on for my grandparents. We're going to, depending on what they want to do, we might have to tear this thing down, really get into it, see what's going on. Like I said, it's all them. It's not my car, but we're going to look into it if they ask us to. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a fantastic time. I really do appreciate everyone stopping in here, and I hope you guys really enjoy what's going on. So thank you guys so much, and I cannot wait to see you guys on the next one.